joining us for NOHS High School's presentation of Jekyll Hyde tonight. We ask that you please silence your cell phones as a sign of respect for all our cast and crew.
The cast and crew would like to extend their sincere thanks to the following sponsors for their financial support of Jekyll and Hyde. Our diamond sponsors are Russell and Kathy Greenholt and the New Oxford Musical Scholarship Association. Our platinum sponsors are Tracy and John Fodnerecht, and our gold sponsors are Neil and Nikki Hoffman, Lobar Associates, Gregory and Lori Walton, and the Wingard family. Enjoy the show.
In each of us, there are two natures. If this primitive duality of man, good and evil, could be housed in separate identities, life would be relieved of all that is unbearable. It is the curse of mankind that these polar twins should be constantly struggling.
In the autumn of 1888, my friend, Henry Jekyll, embarked on a series of scientific experiments he hoped might alter our notions of good and evil. How was I to know it would change his soul forever? And mine as well.
He still has a soul, Sir Danvers, as pure and as good as yours or mine. But he's trapped in a dark and terrible place. Madness is the cruelest of all prisons.
Death will help him, Henry.
My theories convince me there is a better solution.
I admire your tenacity, Henry, but I question your philosophy. You're a gifted man. Use those gifts wisely.
Lost in the darkness, silence surrounds you. Once there was morning, now endless night. If I could reach you, I'd guide you and teach you to walk from the darkness and into the light. Deep in your silence, please try to hear me. I'll keep you near me till night passes by. I will find the answer. I'll never desert you. I promise you this till the day that I die. Good night, Father. I need to know the nature of the demons that possess man's soul. I need to know why man's content to let them make him less than whole. Why does he revel in murder and madness? What is it makes him be less than he should? Why is he doomed not to reach his potential? His soul is black when he turns his back upon God. I need to find a way to get inside the tortured mind of man. I need to try to separate the good and evil if I can. Why does a wise man take leave of his senses? Where is that fine line where sanity melts? Why does he doom not to reach his potential? His soul is black when a man become something else. I need to know why man plays a strange double game. His hand always close to the flame. It's a deal with the devil he cannot disclaim. But what's his aim? I need to know. Dear God, guide me and show me how to succeed with your wisdom inside me. Henry Jekyll will follow wherever you lead. I need to see the truth other men cannot see, to be things that others can't be. Give me courage to go where no angel will go, and I will go. I need to know.
There's a face that we wear in the cold light of day. It's society's mask, it's society's way. And the truth is, that it's all a facade. There's a face that we hide till the nighttime appears. And what's hiding inside, behind all of our fears, is our true self, locked inside the facade.
While playing the song, but there's one thing I know.
Board of Governors of St. Jude's Hospital is now met. Sir Danvers Carew, Knight of the British Empire, Chairman. Sir Archibald Prewes, Queen's Counsel. Lord Savage. General Lord Glossop. Lady Beaconsfield. And His Grace, the Bishop of Basingstoke. The order of business will be conducted by the Secretary to the Board of Governors, Mr. Simon Stride. Let's get on with it. Now, proposition number 929, presented by Dr. Henry Jekyll. This man. Order!
Dear friends, as governors of St. Jude's Hospital, we are all well aware of the highly controversial nature of Dr. Jekyll's experiments. However, his reputation demands he be given a proper hearing. And now that we happily accord him...
I won't happily accord that madman anything.
Bessie.
Distinguished governors, I have glimpsed the future, seen miracles that stun the mind, and marvels only science can find to shape tomorrow for mankind, and I can show them to you if you wish me to. Friends, you're aware there are two sides to each of us, good and evil, compassion and hate. If we could extract all the evil from each of us, think of the world that we could create. A world without anger or violence or strife, where man wouldn't kill anymore. A world with compassion and passion for life would banish the madness of war. I'm close to finding the key to duality, chemical formulae which could and would alter the patterns of man's personality, guiding him either to evil or good. Weigh the potential, the great possibilities. Colleagues, dear friends, understand. We have a chance to make history here in our hand. Dr. Jekyll, may we come with the niceties and proceed to the matter at hand? Of course, Mr. Stride. Forgive my good manners. In each of us is the embodiment of two distinct and opposing forces, good and evil. If these two forces could be housed in separate identities, life would be relieved of all that is unbearable. My theories convince me that the day of this separation is not far off. In order to prove my theories true, I must be allowed to test my formula on a living human being.
What? This man is insane. Who does he think he is? And what if you're right, Jekyll, and you do separate the good from the evil? What happens to the evil?
Well, there are two broken souls in 1,000 asylums, left there to rot for the lack of a plan. In the name of compassion and medical science, I can save many lives if you give me one man.
I tell you now, the church will never sanction it.
Sacrilege, lunacy, blasphemy, heresy.
Yes, sir, you're treading on dangerous ground. In legal terms, I'd say extremely unsound. The whole thing's unchristian, barbaric, and gone. You're playing with fire when you start to play God.
The bishop speaks for all of us when he says you're playing God. There's such a thing as ethics over which you rhyme with shod. You're a doctor, not a savior, Dr. Jekyll for a start. But I tell from your behavior, you can't tell the two apart. Dear Mr. Stride, I am simply a scientist. I have a code to which I remain true. I don't presume to the stature of moralist. I leave pretensions like that, sir, to you.
Henry, I've always encouraged your enterprise, and I've been hopeful that you would succeed. But in the face of these powerful arguments, I see no choice but for you to concede.
I know my fate is yours to choose, but if they win, the world will lose when I am on the brink of great success. I beg you, governors, you must say yes.
Dr. Jekyll, it's not of your virtue, son. This is a hospital here to save lives.
Do you think we would let you play havoc with all the high principles towards which it strives? Do you expect us to compromise all that we stand for, indulging your dangerous days? How many should we pray for you to be saved?
See, I am not playing games, just give me the opportunity.
This opens too bizarre.
Open up your eyes and see.
This man has gone too far.
Why won't you listen to me?
Doctor, please watch your tone.
Damn it, man, can't you see you're on your own? Fools and fools, stand on your own. Oh, civilized man, why can't you see? If I ever needed further justification for my experiment, you have just provided it. Just look at what has happened here. Mixed anger with a touch of fear. The danger's all too crystal clear. Just look at you. Our darker side keeps breaking through. Observe it now in me and you. The evil that all men can do must be controlled. I let you, I'll show you all. It can be done. Here is a chance to take charge of our fate. Deep down you must know that tomorrow's too late. One rule of life we cannot rearrange. The only thing constant is change. The only thing constant is change. Distinguished governors, your verdict, please.
All those in favor, say aye.
All those opposed, nay. Nay, 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 nay. Positively, absolutely, nay. Sir Danvers.
I abstain.
By 6 votes to none, with 1 abstention, Proposition 929 is rejected. Thank you for your time, Dr. Jekyll.
Now, who wants to take me to lunch? Bessie?
I've heard enough demented babbling for one day, Herbert, without listening to you.
I did try to warn you, Henry.
They think you're quite mad.
They're hypocrites, John. Every last one of them.
Yes, but they are powerful hypocrites. You should exercise greater caution.
I can't afford caution. How can I continue on when they can block each step I take?
Henry, you have come this far. Remember what you have at stake.
John, I know I'm right. I must let my vision guide me. I'm so weary of this fight. There's so little left inside me.
If you know that you are right, you've got to see it through. You've got to see it through.
7 years ago I started out on this alone, and it's alone I'll see it through to its conclusion. Who are they to judge? They know nothing of the endless possibilities I seek. It's ludicrous, I'm bound by their decision.
Seems vision is a word they've never heard.
If it mattered less, I treat it with derision. It's absurd, and yet the fact remains. Those bastards hold the reins.
advertisements like that in the army would rent him a good flogging.
He's lucky he lives in modern times. Today's penalties for heresy are not what they should be.
We're lucky to have you to represent modern times, Your Grace.
I think Jekyll overdoes all this stuff about helping the poor. I've lived in St. James all my life, and damned if I've ever seen any poor people.
I think he's mad, if we must know. Ah, Danvers, we were just talking about your future son-in-law, and I think you're mad to allow him to marry your daughter.
That's not Father's decision, Lady Beaconsfield. It's mine.
Don't worry, Bessie. Whatever your views on Henry as a scientist, Emma assures me that Dr. Jekyll is impeccable husband material.
It's hardly impeccable to be late to one's own engagement party. Shows a remarkable lack of style.
Comments on style, madam, should never be made by those who have none.
Oh, good. Now Jekyll and I can drown our respective sorrows in Sir Danvers' drink.
My dear Simon, you're so gracious, wishing Emma and Henry both well.
Dear Sir Danvers, as you know, sir, I wish Emma the sun and the moon, but I have to confess that I wish Henry Jekyll in hell. Emma Carew, can this be you? What kind of man is this you've taken? Can you not see the kind of life that this would be? You are mistaken. Time to awaken before it's too late, before you forever determine your fate.
But Simon, you knew I had to be free. What I choose to do is decided by me. From the day my mother died, my father, full of good intentions, treated me as though I were a young child. Maybe his idea was just to wait until I grew up and then look at me and hope that I'd be her. It's easy to accept that from a father. He'd rather things remained the way they were. But when it comes to marriage, I must pick whom I prefer. I am not the weak young thing you're seeking, Simon. Someone 17, obedient and sweet. I am not the protege to waste your time on. I'm complete. In Henry's eyes I see what I am meant to be.
Henry Jekyll, you're a devil. You're wrong.
I could turn to drink when I start to think Emma's marrying a doctor instead of an earl. Poor girl.
Dr. Jekyll, may I be the first to wish you and your bride to be peace and prosperity. Mr. Stride, it's most civil of you to say that as you do with such patent sincerity.
Ah, the late Henry Jekyll.
Sir Danvers, forgive me.
Nothing to forgive, dear boy. I was thinking about inviting the guests for the day after the wedding, so you two would appear to be on time.
Mr. Danvers, my lords, ladies, and gentlemen, to the intolerably happy couple. Henry, may all your research result in discoveries as wonderful as this one. Emma and Henry!
Emma and Henry.
Miss Carew.
Dr. Jekyll, I'm happy you're here.
Why, I never try to miss any occasion attended by Lady Beaconsfield. Is ever Lord Beaconsfield?
He died 30 years ago.
Sensible fellow.
Sensible? Oh, Henry, that's sometimes wish you were as diplomatic as you are outspoken.
I'll be diplomatic if you'll be outspoken. If you had presented my case to the board today, I would have gotten what I wanted.
Oh, Henry, you'll get what you want in the end. You always do.
I don't have a choice. I must go on with the work I'm committed to. How can I not when my theories are true? And I will prove if I'm ever permitted to. Things are not wrong just because they are new.
Henry, I adore you, always have done, always will do, and your dreams are mine. I will always understand, however hard the path you've planned, our lives will intertwine.
Who knows where my work will lead me?
Nowhere where you will not need me.
Emma, please, I beg you, heed me.
Just don't leave me on my own.
The only thing to fear is the unknown.
When this all began, we knew there'd be a price to pay. Too late now to turn away. We have come too far. I know we'll find a
Sometimes I see past the horizon, sure of my way, where I am going, but where's the prize I have my eyes on, where there is just no knowing, and when despair tears me in two, who can I turn to but you? You know who I am. Take me as I am.
look in my eyes. Who do you see there? Someone you know, or just a stranger? If you are wise, you will see me there. Love is the only danger. Love meaning me, love meaning you. We'll make that one dream come true. You know who I am. Take me as I am.
Love fate won't always do what we desire. Still we can set the world on fire. Give me your hand, give me your heart. Swear to me we'll never part. You know who I am. This is who I am. Take me as I So Danvers, thank you for so much. The 6 weeks till the wedding will be the longest of my life.
Henry, your presentation in the Board of Governors this afternoon was the longest of my life.
Truly sorry, sir, but I must stand by what I believe.
Even if it means antagonizing the established authority in the process.
Especially then. And your friends are not the established authority, merely the established prejudice.
Henry, I want to be proud of you.
And you will be. Good night, my angel.
Good night, my devil.
Emma, I find it hard to tolerate Henry's behavior sometimes.
You don't have to tolerate it, Father. He's marrying me, not you.
Emma, can't you understand? It's you that I'm concerned for.
Father, don't be. You should be concerned for him. He's the one in need.
I'm only trying to protect you. What else would you have your father do? I think I would die if any harm should come to you. Scared, my child, because I'm going to lose you. I find it very hard to let you go.
Father, if you try to, you could never lose me. Darling Father, I still love you more than you will ever know. But if we want our love to grow,
I know in time I have to let you go.
we mustn't be afraid of letting go.
I prefer to believe man is basically good. Every modern man should believe that.
I do not believe it.
As your lawyer, Henry, it is my duty to inform you that you're playing a very dangerous game.
As your doctor, John, it's my duty to inform you that I am in need of a very large drink.
What a lovely looking pair of gentlemen, I must say. Welcome to the Red Rat. My name's Nellie. Show's about to start. Buy a drink. Look around. Find something you fancy.
This is hardly a respectable place, Henry.
I've had all the respectability I can take for one day, John. And besides, it is my bachelor night. You are supposed to give me a party.
I could be the party you're supposed to give you, Henry.
He meant a bachelor party.
Most of my parties are bachelors.
Come on, John. One drink. Where's your sense of adventure?
He's right, John. Good for you, Henry.
Besides, maybe I can find a subject for my experiment. A volunteer, I hope.
I suspect this place has all kinds of volunteers for all sorts of experiments.
You got that right. Come on, Henry. Follow me.
There was a time, I don't know when, I didn't have much time black and red will drive a man right off his head. It's easy. So many men, so little time. I want 'em all. Is that a crime? No. I don't know why they say that I'm too easy. They make me laugh, they make me cry, they make me sick, so who knows why? They say bring on the men and let the fun begin. Never touch sin, why wait another minute? Stick this way, it's time for us to play. They say we may not pass this way again, so let's waste no more time. Bring on the men. Break your heart, steal your soul, tear you apart, and yet they somehow make you yours. So what's the game? I suppose a rose by any other name. The perfume and the thoughts I say. I like to have a man for breakfast each day. I'm very social and I like it that way. By late mid-morning I need something to munch, so I ask over 2 men for lunch. And men are mad about my afternoon teas. They're quite informal, I just do it to please. Those triple sandwiches are my favorite ones. I'm also very partial to buns. I have the appetite gets strongest at night. My at-home dinners are my men friends delight. When I invite the fellas over to dine, they all come early, in bed by 9. So let's bring on the men. Why wait another minute? Step this way, it's time for us to play. They say we may not pass this way again, so let's waste no more time. Bring on the
Watch out. Spiders can be removed.
Why should the night be different?
It's not every day, me friends and I, as gents like you, just dropping by. Before you go, you'll know just why you came here.
Of that, my dear, I've little doubt. One only has to look about. It's not that hard to figure out the game here. But yet I sense there's more to you.
You've got a son, you really do. With half a chance,
What would you do?
don't ask me. Cheers. Good name, Lewis?
Henry.
Well, Henry, aren't you gonna ask me what I'm doing in a place like this?
Actually, I'm
in between engagements at the Royal Albert Hall, so this is your lucky night. Here's to the night, here's to romance, to those unafraid of taking a chance.
I think I've taken enough for one day, and I have learned to my cost. Chances are something you don't take once you have lost.
Oh, what a shame if you only knew the games we could play, the things we could do. Yet I can see you not out to the chase, but if you're ever in need, I am the girl and this is the place. Come to me.
It's getting late, I've got to go. If any time, you never know, you need a friend.
Dr. Henry Jekyll, 46 Sally Street.
Why, John!
You know, Lucy, a little less socializing and a little more soliciting might prove more profitable for the both of us.
I do my best, sir.
No, Lucy! Your best would have resulted in a satisfied customer. I don't give lodgings in a responsible position in any of my houses to girls who sit around, hobnobbing and drinking gin. That will cost you 60% of the week's earnings instead of 50, Lucy.
Yes, sir.
Thankfully, I am in a good mood tonight. I will come and visit you at midnight.
Dr. Henry Jekyll, 46 Sally Street. Time, you never know, you need a friend.
I must say you're in a much better mood.
That's because I've made up my mind, John. I know exactly where to find the subject for my experiment.
Not...
Oh, no, not her. Going to Red Lake tonight, John.
Be careful, Henry. Think of the consequences.
If all I ever thought about were consequences, I would never accomplish anything.
I'm going home.
John, you knew my father before. His mind and spirit were extremely strong, weren't they?
He was the finest man I ever knew.
Then I must do it. For his sake.
Do what?
Oh, nothing, John. Good night. Be careful heading home. Hyde Park is dangerous at night.
So are you. Be careful, Henry. And for God's sake, go straight to bed.
Now there is no choice. I must put aside the fears I feel inside. There's no place to hide, so it comes to this one great golden chance that only I can take when everything I fought for is at stake, to make the mark that only I can make.
moment. This is the day when I send all my doubts and demons on their way. Every endeavor I have made ever is coming into play. 'Cause here and now, today, this is the moment, this is the time, when the momentum and the moment are in rhyme. Give me this moment, this precious chance. I'll gather up my past and make some sense at last. This is the moment when all I've done, all of the dreaming, scheming, and screaming become one. This is the day, see it sparkle and shine, when all I've lived for becomes mine. For all these years I faced the world alone, and now the time has come to prove to them I made it on my own. This is the moment, my final test. Destiny beckoned, I never reckoned second best. I won't look down, I must not fall. This is the moment, the sweetest moment of them all. This is the moment, damn all the odds. This day or never, I'll sit forever with the gods. When I look back, I will always recall, moment for moment, this was the moment, the greatest moment of them September 13th, 11:56 p.m. I have started this alone, and I must finish it alone. I know I must use myself as the subject of the experiment. I must be wise, I must try to analyze each change in me. Everything I see, how will it be? Will I see the world through different eyes? Like a warning light, glimmering in red, like crimson bloodshed, shimmering in red. Beautiful and strange, see the colors change before my eyes. See how they dance and they sparkle like diamonds at night, leading me out of the darkness and into the light. September 13th,
11:57 p.m. Consume 10 centiliters of formula HJ7. Pulse rate increasing. Warm in the gullet. Heat spreading strongly through my veins. Slight feeling of euphoria. Lightheadedness. No noticeable behavioral differences. Now the die is cast, nothing left to do. Time alone can prove my theories true. Show the world that oh God! What is this? Something is happening I can't explain. Something inside me, a breathtaking pain, devours, consumes me, drives me insane. Suddenly, uncontrolled, something is taking hold. Suddenly, agony filling me, killing me. Suddenly, out of breath. What is this? Is this death? Suddenly, could it be? Look at me. Who is this creature that I see? Midnight, unexpected development. What is this feeling of power and drive I've never known? I feel alive. Where does this feeling of power derive? Making me know why I'm alive. Like the night, it's a secret. Sinister, dark, and unknown. I do not know what I seek, yet I'll seek it alone. I have a thirst that I cannot deprive. Never have I felt so alive. There is no battle I couldn't survive. Feeling like this, feeling alive. Like the moon in an enigma, lost and alone in the night. Damned by some heavenly stigma, but blazing with light. It's the feeling of being alive. I have never seen me so alive. Such a feeling of evil inside. It's the feeling of being inward and Wait, what's this? Sweet miss, I thought I had lost you with faint. What bliss, sweet miss, I thought I had lost you, dear. My dear Lucy, you'll never escape me. I'm here, I fear, and you will pay dear, my dear.
Feel your fingers brushing my shoulder, your tempting touch as it runs down my spine, watching your eyes
I'm sorry, Miss Carew. Dr. Jekyll has given the strictest instructions that he is not to be disturbed under any circumstances. May I give him a message?
Just remind him that there is more in his life than his work. Myself, for example.
A very valid argument, if I may say so, miss.
He won't see me. It's been 5 days now, John. I'm worried.
I am too, Emma. But you know Henry.
John, I said I'm worried.
I'll speak to Mrs. Poole.
Mr. Utterson, as you know, I am completely devoted to Dr. Jekyll, and I do not wish to judge him uncharitably, but I believe there are extraordinary circumstances that I must make you aware of. Dr. Jekyll has been locked in his laboratory day and night for nearly a week. He has instructed me not to disturb him for any reason, and to leave all his meals outside the door.
You have not seen or spoken to him at all during this time?
No, sir, not once.
Come, Mrs. Poole. You'd hardly be this little in telling me.
Yes, sir. Last night, I took him his tray as usual, and I noticed that yesterday's meal was still untouched. And from inside, I heard these noises, the strangest noises, and a voice I did not recognize. Then I heard him, or it, or whatever it was behind the door, weeping like an animal or a lost soul, crying out for some sort of medicine.
Mrs. Poole! Mrs. Poole, I need you to go to Bissett the apothecary immediately and bring me these chemicals. Now, Mrs. Poole, now! Henry!